My name is Savannah, and it's all of you. Hi, good Wednesday evening, good Thanksgiving Eve. So I was just talking a bit about Thanksgiving and what that actually means. And while there's this beautiful celebration of gratitude in our country, there is also deep mourning. The day that the colonists invaded this country is not a happy day for everyone. Um, and it's important, just like in our work as yogis, to acknowledge the light and the dark, which both exist. So I found this really beautiful Wampanoag prayer. The Wampanoag people are native people from New England. Wampanoag means people of the first light, which is quite beautiful. And this is their Thanksgiving prayer. Great Spirit, I thank you today. Mother Earth, I thank you. Grandmother Moon, I thank you. Grandfather Sun, I thank you. I offer thanks to the four directions, to the east, to the south, to the west, to the north. I thank you for all my relations, the winged nation. Oh, I gotta mute my mom, so sorry. The creeping and crawling nation, the four-legged nation, the green and growing nation, and all things living in water, honoring the clans, the deer, the bear, the wolf, the turtle, the snipe. Great Spirit, I thank you on this day. And so an acknowledgement of our Indigenous brothers and sisters and the slaughter that they have managed to survive. The culture that, in spite of every attempt from colonists to strike it down, has managed to survive. There was a time where these sacred practices, the Indigenous practices, were illegal, where they weren't able to harvest sweetgrass, to burn their herbs, and to perform their sacred ceremonies. So I think it's important to remember that. And we'll focus this practice on gratitude. So we'll spin it back around. I just would feel remiss not to take the time to say those things. So come into a comfortable seat, maybe sitting up on the edge of a cushion if you like, perhaps removing the flesh from the sits bones, really anchoring down to our earth. Close the eyes. Allow the tailbone to begin to descend towards the earth. As the crown gently lifts, take a breath in, roll the shoulders forward, and exhale, roll them back and let them fall. Palms can be resting down on the knees or perhaps turned up for receiving. And begin to come into your breath. Just at first observing the breath as it flows naturally through the body, uninterrupted by any attempts at pranayama. For now, just an acknowledgement of the life force moving through you. Notice if the jaw is tense. Perhaps encourage it gently to release and relax, letting the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. And just notice what's present. Perhaps you're feeling quite good, physically strong, easeful. Perhaps there is some tension, pain, or difficulty. Can you be with whatever is happening in a spirit of total acceptance and presence? Treating yourself with ahimsa, with nonviolence. It's the idea that feeling and awareness cannot exist at the same time as violence. And so when we're feeling, when we're aware, we're being kind to ourselves. Through practice, we cultivate this loving kindness. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. Let's do that a couple more times. Deep breath in. And once more. And I encourage you to make noise. You're alone in a room, you're on mute. Let those sounds out. So deep breath in. So we've been talking a lot about voice in our classes lately, and when we make these noises during practice, these sighs, these moans, these groans, we're releasing something. And not only are we releasing something, but we're acknowledging, oh, hi, I see you, ache. I see you, pain. I feel you, pleasure. It's a deeper communion with the body, which is a deeper communion with the spirit. So it's fun to play with sound. And in the spirit of sound, let's chant a few ohms together. Oh, so we'll inhale the arms up. And then palms come together and down heart center, and we'll om, okay? So sorry, I just didn't want you guys to not have a full breath. So you were all following me so beautifully, and okay. Deep breath in. Bringing the hands to the knees, closing the eyes, and feeling into that vibration you've just created in your body. And knowing that we're all feeling the same vibration too. And knowing that when we chant together, our breath synchronizes, our heartbeats come into unison, and we find a deeper sense of connection, even in this virtual world. Bring the hands together at heart center. And perhaps here, coming up with a sankalpa or an intention for your practice. Perhaps it's not gratitude. Perhaps there's something else you need to focus on. Perhaps it's compassion. Acknowledge what it is you need this evening. It's your practice. Breathe deeply into that intention. Feel it. What does that word feel like in your body? Beautiful yogis. We'll begin. I'm gonna go over to my mat now. And we'll stay seated for just a little longer, but if you'd like to switch the cross of the legs or stretch the legs out, if you'd like to wiggle a little bit, take a drink of water, pet the dog, take a couple of moments to do whatever you need to do to arrive here. Sometimes the chanting does make the throat a little dry and we want to stay moist. I always think that word's funny. Okay. So whenever you're ready, arriving in Sukhasana, an easy seated posture. And finding that beautiful integrity of the spine. So allow the tailbone to melt down towards the earth. Knit the ribs together. Gently draw the shoulder blades towards one another and lift just ever so slightly through the back of the neck. Come into a deep and full breath, perhaps engaging the Dirga Pranayama, which is a 3-part breath. If you're having trouble with your breath this evening, allow the breath to be natural. Don't force anything. So only engaging the breathing practice if it resonates for you. Always listening to your body before you listen to me. Let's inhale the arms around and up. Relax the shoulders down, maybe a little wiggle, a little dance. And then allow the left fingertips to float down to the earth. Press the right hip into the ground. Inhale, extend through right fingertips, and exhale, gently bend over to the side. The shoulder blades drawing away from the ears. They like to lift. Notice if you've started to arch the back, can you draw that belly button in, keeping a long spine? Maybe circling that top wrist. Maybe you'd like to send the gaze up and then down. And then up and down. Stretching that neck. Breathing in. Gazing up and exhale down. A couple more times. Whatever you're doing, this posture is perfect. Can you find gratitude for this moment now? We get to practice yoga together. It's such a gift. And then bringing the head back to center and allowing that right arm to come up and down, and close the eyes and take a moment to just feel. Notice the difference between sides. Perhaps there's a bit more space on the left side. Inhale the left arm up. Rooting right fingertips to earth. Pressing the left hip down into the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe circling that top wrist. Softly sending the gaze up. And then down. And if that doesn't feel good on your neck, then look down or look forward. So many options, yogis. And it's all perfect. Now let's flow. Inhale, coming up, and exhale, So just a gentle lateral flow, side to side. Opening up the side body. Hi, Milo. Maybe saying hi to any animal visitors. Acknowledging any sounds the body would like to make. And if vocalization is difficult for you, maybe just trying to tune into sound tonight. Took me a long time to find my voice. Long time. And the next time you find the right fingertips on the earth, and take that left arm and swing it around. Make some circles. Getting into that shoulder a little bit more. Perhaps really opening up the heart as you come back and folding as you come forward. Deep, full breath. And when you're ready, returning to center. Inhaling, right arm up and bending over to the other side. And make some circles. Oh. Enjoying the movement. And you find a sense of gratitude in each breath. And the breath alone is a beautiful reason to be grateful. Being here, being alive. Two more rotations, my friends. And when you're ready, returning to your center. Hi, Milo. I'm pausing to just feel. So allowing these moments of pause, of integration are just as important, perhaps much more important than the asana itself. Inhale the arms up. Draw that belly button in, tailbone down, lift through the crown and relax the shoulders. And exhale, take a little twist to the left. And if at any point the legs are uncomfortable, you can extend the legs long. You can do these postures sitting in a chair if that's more comfortable for you. So drawing that right hip back, twisting from that place just above the belly button. Breathing deep, nourishing, beautiful breaths. On your next breath in, take the gaze towards that right shoulder, keeping the eyes down towards the earth. Maybe gently drawing back the left shoulder, stretching the neck. And gaze returns to neutral. Inhale, arms come around and up. And then we exhale and twist to the other side. Drawing that left hip back, keeping hips very even here. Beautiful integrity of the spine. Beautiful deep breath. And as deep as it is comfortable for you, it can take time to learn to breathe deeply, and some of us don't have the same lung capacity as others. So allowing whatever is present to be present and greeting it with love. Take a breath in and take the gaze towards the left shoulder, keeping eyes towards earth. Gently rolling back the right shoulder. And then release that. And we'll come to hands and knees. Actually, we're going to do a little ankle stretch first. Yay. Some of you know what this is. So if you have blocks handy and sending the hips back to the heels doesn't feel good, you can put one block in between the legs or two blocks, and you can just stay here and stretch this way. Gently pull the knees up that way when we come into the ankle stretch. You can also use a cushion. You can use a folded blanket, a stuffed animal. So improvise, whatever works. But if you can, send the hips back to the heels, big toes touching, coming into that long, long, beautiful spine. And pressing the fingers into the earth. Lift one knee, Pressing top of foot down, and then the other. As you do this, don't forget to breathe and don't forget to smile. Can you find something to be grateful for here, even here? Oh, maybe you'd like to try lifting full. Oh, so some of you, well, one of you, a couple of you are sort of new to my practice. I had a teacher, one of my first teachers, who taught me this little stretch, and she could bring her knees all the way up to her chest. And after, about 5 or 6, maybe even longer than that, years of practice, this is all I can do. So it takes time. And then rocking forward, go ahead and tap out the tops of the feet, release that good work you've just done. So this stretch is going to help you move towards things like full lotus, things where you're folding. It just helps to create more freedom in the feet. We actually should be able to take our knees up to our chest, but I don't know about you. I wasn't practicing yoga since I was a child. I wish I was, but so we're going to curl the toes underneath next. Rocking back again on the heels, and take those little pinky toes and tuck them in. They don't like to play, so invite them to play. Relax the tailbone, lift the crown. Maybe a gentle rock side to side on those toes. Oof. Could be a lot of sensation here. So again, I invite you to implore if you can find some gratitude here in this moment. How's your breath in this moment? And then go ahead and release that and come to your table. We'll flow through some cat-cow. So I like to curl my toes underneath as I drop into cow. Inhaling, dropping belly, lifting gaze, and exhale, tops of feet come down, curling belly button to spine, drop the chin towards the chest. And here, flow with your own breath. So moving with your own life force energy, prana it's called in yoga. Deep and full breaths. Fluid spine. So we began with lateral stretches and we twisted, and now we're doing an extension and flexion of the spine. And these are the 6 movements of the spine that it's a good idea to do every day if you'd like to keep a young, healthy, flexible spine. Some teacher said yoga helps you grow young. I can't remember who. A couple more rounds, yogis. And when you feel complete, press the hips back to the heels, bring the forehead to the earth, come to child. Knees can be close together or perhaps far apart, good toes touching. And perhaps rocking the hips side to side in your child, maybe forehead rolls across the earth, stimulating that third eye point of intuition, color indigo. Perhaps here in this pose of restfulness, recalling your intention, either gratitude or something else, compassion, ease, kindness. Perhaps it's connecting to your power. Then from here, we'll come into a little flow that my friend Tracy, who's a yoga teacher, loves to do. So we call it the Tracy flow. We'll inhale, press into knees and shins, top of feet, coming to table, and then curling the toes underneath, pressing up and back. Exhale, down dog. Oh, and before we begin, let's just take a little movement in down dog, coming into posture, perhaps pedaling the feet, maybe a little three-legged dog, and hip opening. Maybe you flow from down dog to plank. What will help your body to release here? Draw the shoulders away from the ears, belly button towards spine, fingers spread very wide, and imagine that there is a thick piece of paper just right underneath the palm of your hand. So there's a little space there. Press the weight towards the fingertips. Releases some of the pressure on the wrists. Maybe shake the head no. Maybe a horse lips. And then inhale, come to table. Exhale, child. Inhale, table. Exhale, down dog. Begin to flow, yogis. Move with your breath. Come into the movement. Let it be a meditation. Moving like a wave, like water. Just feel into the experience. Doesn't matter what you look like, what you sound like. Just feel. Perhaps each time the forehead comes to the earth, think of acknowledging and thanking the earth for all that she gives us. Perhaps offering a silent prayer to our Indigenous brothers and sisters. What can you find to be grateful for in this moment? A couple more times flowing through. And we'll meet in down dog. And from here, you'll walk the feet up to the hands and come to forward fold. Perhaps the knees are quite bent. Drawing the shoulders away from the ears, leaning the weight towards the balls of the feet. Drawing the belly button in and really pressing those feet into the earth. Use the support. Maybe you sway side to side. Maybe you grab opposite elbows. And then allow the arms to be heavy. Press into the feet and slowly, slowly begin to roll up one vertebra at a time. Let the head be last. We made it to standing. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Coming into your mountain. Palms facing forward. Pressing the feet into the earth, engaging the legs, but allowing the knees to be loose. Draw that tailbone down and tuck that little puppy tail between the legs. I apologize for the noise. There's a giant tortoise in a tank. I certainly hope it's not distracting. But there's also a cat with a toy, and I'm sorry, I'm just Oh, we have all kinds of things going on at home, don't we? Whew. So coming into your mountain, if you're not already there. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And I will turn the turtle off for Shavasana, don't worry. And then stepping long, so perhaps you have to turn towards the side, and or if you don't need to be on your mat, you can face me, but you should be able to follow along with the cues without seeing me. So bringing the hands to the hips and bending through the knees, pressing the knees back, coming into goddess legs. Allow the tailbone to release towards earth. Maybe a little sway side to side just to loosen up. Maybe a little hip circle, a little undulation. That feels really good. And then coming into those goddess arms, sending the arms up like a goalpost. Shoulder blades drawing towards one another, knees pressing back. The knees and the feet should be in line, facing the same direction. You all look beautiful and powerful, those of you I can see, and I'm sure the rest of you do too. So here we're really opening up all of the chakras, big wave of energy, big open expansiveness, power and grounding, earth medicine. This used to be called, or it was at one time called a birthing position. So think about that, creation, powerful. Inhale, come to 5-pointed star. Drop the left arm to the left thigh. Inhale the right arm up and exhale, side bend. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bend to the other side. So this is our little flow. If you want to as you come into goddess. Just a couple more times. And then coming back to center, back to goddess. I know. We're working now. Can you find something to be grateful for in this moment? Maybe you can drop the hips a little lower. And then taking the hands to the knees here in goddess, go ahead and take that right shoulder over toward the left knee, sending the gaze behind you, right over that left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. We'll do that 2 more times to each side. Inhale. And when you're complete, allow the legs to straighten. And then heel toe the feet back together. Or hop. I love to see the hops. Shake it out if you need to. A little wiggle. A little horse legs. And then bringing the right palm to the center of the chest, the left hand on top. Close the eyes. Gadaya Mudra. So inviting in the intention of compassion in this moment. Gently pressing sternum towards hands. and just feel. Inhaling the arms up, palms meet, exhale, hinging forward at the hips, forward fold. Inhale, hands come to shins, pressing through back of legs, lengthening spine. And then planting the palms and exhale, step the left foot back. Coming into a lunge. Pressing through that back heel, rotating the right hip back as the left hip flexor moves forward. I'm going to switch for you. So I'm not mirroring you right now, just so you know. It's harder in Zoom, I think. And then bringing the left palm to the inside of the right foot and begin to slowly turn towards the side, lifting the right arm towards the sky, coming into a twist. Maybe you're circling that top wrist. Gaze can be up or down. If this is too much, that back knee can be on the earth. If it's too much to be using the left palm, you can be resting on fist. And then allow that right hand to come down. Bring both hands to earth. Step back, plank. And then exhale, press right back into down dog. Maybe shake the head. Maybe some circles, the hips. Maybe a horse leg. And then from down dog, flowing down to table, stepping the left foot forward this time. And then curling the right toes and pressing back through heel. Lunge on the other side. Taking a couple of breaths, a couple of moments to come into posture, to arrive here. And then bringing the right palm to the inside of the left foot. And turning towards the left, lifting the left arm towards the sky. And breathing. Can you find something to be grateful for here? Are you speaking kindly to yourself? And then left hand comes back down towards the earth. Step the right foot up to meet the left and come to forward fold. Crawl the hands over to the right. Take a little look behind you. And crawl the hands over to the left and take a little look behind you. And then coming back to center, pressing the feet into the earth, maybe slight bend in the knees, flat back, arms come up and around. And then take a little side bend to the left. And a little bend to the right. And then release the arms. And bringing the hands to the hips. Let's just make some circles. Maybe stepping the legs a little wider than hips width. Just coming into any undulation that feels good. We carry a great deal of emotion, pent up emotions like to hang out in the hips. So good way to release is a good circle. And then switch and go in the opposite direction. You keep making circles. Okay. So sorry. I lost my mother somehow, and I don't know if she's going to come back, but it's okay. Oh, okay, and then coming to stillness. Oh, there she is. And just take a little free movement. Do a little dance, make a little love, pretty much get down tonight. I like that, Sue. Looking groovy. Welcome back, Mom. Sorry you got disconnected. We're just taking a little movement. I'm gonna mute you, okay? Okay. All right. Okay, let's come to stillness. Whew. I like Sue's getting real funky and groovy over there. I like it. All of you, but just so coming to your mountain. And if balance is tricky for you, perhaps having a chair or something nearby. We're just going to do a little tree into a little warrior 3. And it could be nice to have a chair in front of you to bring the hands down as we flow forward into warrior 3, unless you're feeling good and balanced. And no matter what you're feeling, it's perfect and it's okay. So bringing the hands to the hips to start. Press both feet firmly into the earth. Feel the connection between all 4 corners of the feet. Find a drishti, find something to focus on. For me, on the laptop, I look right at the green dot. Just find a still point that's unmoving. Bring the weight into the left foot. Draw the left hip bone into the socket. Root the tailbone down. Open up through that. Wait, right hip. Okay, sorry. I am mirroring you now, so it's confusing. And then coming into your tree, your Trikonasana. Balance is difficult, keeping the toes on the earth. If you'd like to go a little further, foot can come to rest on calf, or even further up to inner thigh, or perhaps you're one to take half lotus. If that foot is pressing into the leg, press the leg back into the foot, make the connection. Press that standing leg into the earth, maybe lift a little higher. Maybe you'd like to grow your branches. What a beautiful forest of trees. Notice if the toes are gripping, can you relax them? You relax the jaw. You relax the mind. So equal ease and effort here and in all things. And then bringing the palms together, draw the hands to heart center. Bring the right knee to the front of you. You may be bending slightly through that left leg and begin to hinge forward. Sending that right heel back. It's not necessary that you bend forward all the way. Keeping the hips very even. Rolling the shoulders back. And then coming back up, lifting that right knee. And then returning as gracefully as you can to stand. Maybe shake out that left foot. Good job. All right. So once again, grounding to earth. Finding that drishti. Beginning to bring the weight into the right leg now. Drawing right hip bone into socket. Opening up that left hip. Perhaps remaining here and sapling in your growth, or perhaps taking it a bit further. Yogi's choice. Oh, and pressing the foot into the leg, leg into foot. Squeezing everything towards midline. Woo. This is my challenging side, my opportunity for growth. Oh, pressing that standing leg down. Maybe grow your branches. Open heart. Notice where you can soften. Can you find something to be grateful for in this moment? As humans, we fall out, and as yogis, we come back in. Bring the palms together at heart center. Bring the left knee forward. Bending slightly through that right leg and hinging forward, coming to warrior three. Pressing back through the left heel, maybe pigeon toeing slightly. See? Having a sense of humor as we practice. It is just a practice. Oh, and then coming out, coming forward if you haven't already. Woo. Woo, woo, woo. Good job. All right. Coming to the top of your mat, inhale the arms up. And exhale, hinging forward, forward, fold. Let out a sigh or a moan or a groan. Oh. A little sway side to side. Inhale, coming up halfway. Planting the palms, step back to plank just for a moment, then knees come to earth, hips come to heels, bring the legs out around and in front of you, and then take a little walk. Rooting down through the feet, rooting down through the sits bones. Reach the arms forward, belly button towards spine, chin to chest, and then very slowly using your belly strength, coming down to the earth. Otherwise, if that's too much, using the hands as support or just lying right down. And then, when you find the earth, draw the knees towards the chest. Make some gentle circles around that sacrum. And then come in the opposite direction. Enjoying this shift in energy. From dynamic to very gentle. And then allowing the knees to separate, keeping the palms gently on the knees just to encourage them down. Opening up that pelvic region, that sacral chakra, that center of creation. Sensuality and sexuality. Sexuality is power, is spirituality. Connect. And then bringing the hands to the feet, maybe grabbing big toes or inner or outer edges of feet. Oh, a little happy baby. Birthing your own baby from your own creation. Maybe you're rocking side to side. Maybe you like to straighten the legs. Oh, and get a nice deep hamstring stretch. And then bringing the soles of the feet together, letting them come down to the earth, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe having those goalpost goddess arms here. Perhaps bringing right hand to belly and left hand to chest. Take a couple of deep, nourishing breaths. Softening. Coming into yin energy, into moon energy. Cool. Moon is headed towards fullness, and at this time during the waxing gibbous, we're fine-tuning the actions that we have taken towards our intention in the new moon. We'll be doing a full moon flow soon in these classes. And then bringing the feet back to the earth. And if you have a block, this would be a good time to place that block at its lowest setting, just right underneath the sacrum. If you don't, no worries. It's not necessary. And then lift the legs up towards the sky. Little legs up the wall without the wall. And try to find a place where the bones are stacking and there's minimal effort. A little inversion. Taking the body into a deeper state of rest and digest, activating that vagus nerve. Pressing that sacrum into the block or the mat. Take 2 more full breaths. And then allowing the feet to float down to the earth. If you have a block, pressing into feet and removing block. Allow yourself any juicy, delicious last movements you'd like. Make your way, when you're ready, towards your Shavasana. Perhaps it'd be nice to have a cushion or a blanket underneath the knees. Put on a sweater or some socks. And just begin to arrive in this grounded place. This place where your held by Mother Earth. Letting everything soften, allowing the flesh to melt against muscle, muscle to melt into bone, whole body to sink into the earth, almost as if it were trying to press its way through deep down to the core of the earth. Let the breath be natural, releasing any control of breath, any breathing practice, releasing any attempts at movement, just coming fully into stillness, allowing yourself to simply be here now. This is a little quote from one of my teachers who I've not studied with in person, but is the reason that I'm teaching today. Swami Kripalu said, I asked my guru, what is the grace of God? He answered, when after thousands of failures, your mind does not become devoid of faith, that is God's grace. Allow yourself to float into grace and just breathe. Great Spirit, I thank you today. Mother Earth, I thank you. Grandmother Moon, I thank you. Grandfather Sun, I thank you. I offer thanks to the four directions, to the east, to the south, to the west, to the north. I thank you for all my relations, the winged nation, creeping and crawling nation, the four-legged nation, the green and growing nation, and all things living in water. Honoring the clans, the deer, the bear, the wolf, the turtle, the snipe. Great Spirit, I thank you on this day. A Wampanoag prayer, people of the first light. Aho. You can begin to deepen the breath now, yogis. Invite some movement back into the body. Oh, gentle reawakening. Move in any way that feels natural. And take your time. Eventually rolling to one side or the other. Take a moment of pause here. And one more time, acknowledge something that you're grateful for, perhaps in this moment. Perhaps it's a person, a beloved. When you're ready, return to Sukhasana, return to an easy seat. Closing the eyes. Bringing the hands to heart center. Let's share one final Om together. Deep breath in. A friend of mine who descends from the Cree Indians taught me a phrase, Mitakuye-oyasin, which just means acknowledging the interconnectedness of all things. So Mitakuye-oyasin and Aho, which means thank you. It's been a beautiful practice. Let's take a bow to our own hearts, acknowledging divinity there. We bow to each other, acknowledging the divinity within each of us, Nick and Mark and Sue, Isabel, Carla. Oh, and then bringing the thumbs to the third eye, coming into that lotus mudra. So all fingers separate but thumbs and pinkies. And then send this beautiful energy up and out to our precious and one world. I'm gonna allow you to unmute if you'd like to say hi or how the practice was for you. Just wave and go. Carla.
Thank you so much. I just wanted to say thank you. That was great. That's what I needed.
Okay. I'm so glad you were here.
Thank you.
I'd just be talking to a computer if you all weren't here. So I appreciate it. Yeah, it's beautiful to have this connection and community. And
happy Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
Have a great holiday or break. I hope everyone gets a break.
Anyone else?
Thank you, Savannah.
Thank you.
Lovely. It just was great.
How was it for you, Nick? What'd you think?
Good, great. Thank you.
Good, great. I like it.
Have
Now,
a nice Thanksgiving. Have a nice holiday, everybody.
A nice holiday.
you met Nick in person before this?
What happened?
Have we met in person or are we just Facebook friends? I keep trying to figure it out and I can't.
I don't know. I've done a lot of yoga and not much in Danbury, that area.
Okay, because you have this, I don't know, now that I'm seeing you like more sort of three-dimensionally, I'm feeling like I know you, but I don't know if that's just like we've known each other in a past life kind of thing, or
That's right.
so I just thought I'd check in. But I'm glad
Thank you. Have a nice Thanksgiving.
you. Thank
I
you.
have to take out him.
Okay, take him out. I'll text you. Bye.
Bye.
Sue, how'd you do? Well, you did. So we see her though. How'd you do, Isabel?
Great. My niece just like ran into the backyard during Shavasana, and I was like, what is that? Like the kids were just screaming.
Saw that there was chaos around you.
There's always chaos around me. So I've locked the door. They're on the other side of it. I'm just not so sure how long I can contain it.
Oh, so much love in your house, huh? Well, I'm impressed that you took the time and space for yourself, even with all of that going on around you. So well done, my friend.
Thank
Good,
you.
good for you. Good for your heart.
It is.
Good for ours to see you.
Oh, thanks.
Phew.
I'm gonna sign off to see what's going on there. But Carla, I'll call you.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
night, everyone. Good night. Have a wonderful holiday.
Give
Bye,
it.
Savannah.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
How'd you do, Sue?
It was lovely, just what I needed.
Good. Good. It's really
Yeah.
good to see your face.
Thank you. I'm glad I was able to get in this time.
Me too. I don't know what happened. It's very odd. Did it take you to Zoom?
I think what happened was I was messing around with my apps, and I think I might have unclicked the Zoom app.
Oh, okay.
So I went back in, I clicked it, and then just at the beginning, I started to download it. So I'll complete that process and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Okay, so you're using your computer now.
I'm using my computer. Yeah, I've always used my computer.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Am I the only one on with you right now?
Yes, just us.
Good, because I wanted to say it was very hard to see you when you backed up to your mat.
Was it?
It was for me, it was very, very hard because there's so much going on behind you.
Mhm.
And you have this multi black and white top on, and I just couldn't see you.
Okay, so I'm working on getting a bit of a more professional setup here as far as like camera, lighting, stuff like that. But I'm sort of in flux. But I will do solid colors, yeah,
Yeah.
for clothing.
Yeah.
Was
And
it,
your mat is black, so if you didn't wear black leotards, we'd be able to see your legs.
oh, my mat is actually blue, but
It reads as black.
I have an orange mat I can use.
Yeah.
So I can switch mats and yeah, okay, that's good feedback.
The first time I worked with you online, you were in front of a beautiful hanging.
Yeah, so it that was sort of like a photography setup that my roommate had, and we've taken it down. So I can yeah, I don't know what I can do about the background. Maybe covering the mirrors would help. I don't know.
No, it's just how busy the background is.
Too busy.
Just blend right in.
I see. Well, maybe I can get one of those things that you have.
The screen,
Yeah.
my screen here, I got it from Overstock.
Yeah, if I can
And I
find.
got it specifically for this reason and for other Zoom connections that I make.
I can hang something over the fireplace. Would that help, you think?
It'd be a start,
Okay.
because it would,
See, I thought this was beautiful.
it's beautiful. The whole room is beautiful, but it compromises
Mhm.
your efforts to demonstrate the poses to us.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. It makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna spend a little time chewing on that to see
Of course, of course.
what I can come up with. And I have a couple of ideas milling around already. But I'm thinking, as you're saying this, and this is unfortunately this is the only room that I can do this in, because to be able to see my whole body in the shot, I have to be quite far away from the computer, and there's no other space in this house that will allow me to do that.
Yeah, I understand that.
So, but my yoga teacher friends and some of my teachers, their backgrounds are quite simple now that I think about it.
Mhm.
So it's good. It's really good feedback, and I'm gonna see what I can do, and I'll also take that into account with the clothes and when I'm choosing what I'm gonna wear.
Yeah,
All the colors. Hmm. That's great. Thank you. No one.
you give us such a nice practice.
Oh, thank-
And I do understand that you need to go back so that your full body is in the frame.
right.
Um,
But could you hear me well? Was that at least okay? That
That was fine.
was
Yeah,
good.
because you're wearing a mic, right?
I'm not. I just I have a I have a very powerful voice.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's one area I don't have too much trouble in usually. So at least hopefully the cues were clear enough so you didn't feel that you were straining too much to look at me, or I hope.
No, I just did whatever felt good.
That's good. That's good.
Mhm.
So the next practice will be on Sunday, and I'm going to make some changes before then.
Well, whatever works. I hope you're not offended by my
God,
suggestions.
no, I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I want feedback, and I keep asking for it. But when I ask how was it for you, I mean all of it. Tell me, was there noise? Was anything distracting on my end? That I really want to know, because I'm going to be teaching on Zoom for it seems quite some time. So
Well,
Yeah.
it gets better every time.
yeah, it's slowly getting better, and I'm developing more of a sense of connection to the process and the people. It was a little awkward at first, but I'm finding more comfort and ease.
Well,
Um,
think how hard it is for someone as old as I
mm,
to have to navigate in this new paradigm. But at least to see other people doing the same thing at the same time,
Mhm.
it's not as satisfying as being in person, but it was still nourishing.
yes, I agree. I think that you were the one who said it's too cold for you now.
Oh,
But it is going to be 57 degrees and very sunny on Friday, and we are doing an outdoor class at 2 o'clock. So it's up to you if you'd like to come to that, but we'll be there in the park.
yeah, because it is a nice day. I already have something else going on in the afternoon outdoors.
There you go. Good, good. I'm glad you're getting outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, I'll be outside all day. But we will have pop-up outdoor classes as weather permits, and I mean, we've had 60-degree days in December before, and while it's concerning, it's also there's gratitude, and we'll I'll be emailing as that stuff comes out. So
Namaste.
namaste, Sue. Thank you so much, and I'll see you maybe Sunday,
The next time.
the next time. Good night. Happy Thanksgiving.
Good night. Be well.
Thank you again. I appreciate your feedback.
Stay safe. Stay sane.
We'll do our best.